everybody, and welcome to another video, and welcome to another food for thought video, is it? I think I will add it to my collection, to my playlist of food for thought videos. Actually, I don't have a playlist of that sort. I should make one. Nevertheless, my food for thought videos are quite different from videos I usually make, which is reviews these days. I mostly review things. Warhammer 40,000 books, Warhammer Horus Heresy, or comic books, films that I see, action figures, everything geek that just brings joy to my heart, and I want to share my passion with you, fellow people in the world, thingsy. So, but this channel grew a couple of years back thanks to my criticism of the Rings of Power TV show, which I still to this day consider one of the worst TV shows ever made by humans. It really very badly written, disguising itself as an adaptation of the appendices to The Lord of the Rings, as was the final statement. First it was supposed to be an adaptation of the Silmarillion, then we got to know that it actually wasn't going to be that, because they don't have the rights for it, nor did they possess the rights to adapt the books themselves, or the book themselves. I mean, the books, The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. Nothing, none of it, really. So it ended up being the appendices, and it strangely ended up being even a little bit more. But then, there were some exceptions to the rule. It doesn't matter. It isn't adapting anything. And even if it really wasn't, and it isn't adapting anything, I would be able to stomach that if the show wasn't that bad. I mean, so poorly written dialogue with so many cringy lines. I haven't seen so many in a single episode, like, ever. And the acting of the actors, I'm sorry, planks of wood, one after another. So a very bad show. But I have said everything that I had to say about that show. By the end of season 2, I felt embarrassed. I really felt embarrassed for myself for making so many of those videos, because there is absolutely nothing else I can say about that. So should you wish to trace my history with the Rings of Power, go back. The videos are all there. I haven't deleted them. There is no reason to delete them. I'm not ashamed of my previous videos. But the fact is that there is nothing more I can say about that show. But, of course, it attracted attention of a lot of people, because people on the internet, and the internet itself, I spend less and less time on the internet, on social media. I have so little time for the internet and the social media that making YouTube videos, watching toy reviews, and like making a post here and there is everything I have time for as far as them internets go. But from the videos, I mean, people on the internet, they seem to be obsessed with not negativity per se, but trying to find as many negative things about everything out there as possible. They are digging and digging and digging for something that they can complain about, and I suppose it's because they are, to a certain extent, to bigger or smaller extent, they are dissatisfied with something in their own lives. And criticizing something else is their way to make themselves feel better about themselves. And listening to other people, like, crapping on everything, is that way as well. Because they think, oh, those other people on the internet, they don't like it either. We've got something in common. I'm not satisfied in my life, so yes, I will shit on other things. Other things are bad, even though I would never ever whatsoever in my life be able to produce that thing, because I'm even less talented than all the people that made that thing that I don't like. But that doesn't matter. I am a person behind the keyboard. I can shit on it. I suppose that's the main reason, because I really cannot see any other reason why people would do that. And don't get me wrong, there is bad entertainment, of course. I mean, I'm not a naive, idealistic nitwit. Far from it. I have done my share of criticism. And not only the Rings of Power, but really an honest criticism about things that are honestly and objectively not up to my standards. But I have seen the trend, and thanks, through the very few people I listen to and communicate with on the internet, I hear about other people, the influencers, those people who make 3 videos a day about Disney princesses, about the latest Disney princess movie. They necessarily need to analyze, and even though most of them, from what I have understood, haven't even watched it. And it is very important for them to keep saying how much those creators hate us, and that we have found ourselves in a sort of grand culture war, and that we should be fighting for the survival of our culture. This is a little bit overblown, is it not? I mean, 50, 60-year-old man, 40, 50, 60-year-old man on the internet complaining about the latest, whatever, magic, bloody wicked film, or Marvel, bloody Captain Marvel film, crapping on the actresses all day long because an actress from Hollywood said something silly. Or a kid actress said something silly in an interview. I mean, what chick or what kid doesn't say anything silly from time to time, right? But of course it brings views. And I'm not blaming those influencers at all. I mean, if it brings attention and views, why not? I mean, the Rings of Power did bring views and attention, but there's a difference between me and them. This is like the 100th hobby of mine. YouTube has never been a source of income for me. People might have thought so, but actually not. No, I mean, I would never really make YouTube my main source of income. That's too dangerous, too unstable. 1 month you might make some money, and the other month your channel might be gone. It's too unstable for me to just risk that. And I think I would be able to chase the algorithm a little bit, grow the views and things like that. But I mean, really, I don't want to sell my soul for that. So I'm not blaming Gary Nadrotti, the critical drinker, and all those asses, the Humpty Dumptys sat on the wall, and all the king's horses. I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the audiences. I'm blaming the people. I'm blaming everybody who is willingly, unironically able to follow and watch each and every single video of those nitwits and buy their plushies and send them super chats, because you are the ones who are contributing to the downfall of pop culture, feeding those cultural cancers who just can't enjoy anything and have built their careers on hate. Because there have been, and I have enjoyed, a lot of new things lately. And I did say in the past, I don't watch or read any new things. Well, I have started, and there are quite a lot of good things that have come out recently in the last 2 years. I just recently reviewed a comic book from 2019, which is should be the deep era of SJWism. It's a Dark Horse published comic book. Count Crowley. Check out the review, it's a very good comic. So I, as well as many other people, have found out, and actually I found out a long time ago, that those influencers, they don't care about the culture at all. They don't care about art at all. They bloody don't read. Do you think they read the comic books they talk about? Do you think they go to comic shops? A lot of people who watch my videos are American, so do you think they go to comic shops and buy the latest issue of Absolute Batman? No. Because firstly, they don't care about that. They might have cared about it a long time ago, some time ago. I'm not saying they have never liked it. I'm saying they don't like it anymore. They don't care. They care about them clicks and likes. Because if they did care about art, and a lot of those people are focusing their videos, their subject matter around something like connected with comic books, they would be going to comic shops and getting the latest Conan the Barbarian, because that's fucking awesome, and I have been reviewing it for quite some time. They would be getting the new Energon Universe Transformers, or G.I. Joe. I'm not into G.I. Joe, but most Americans are, like American geeks. They would be getting the new Absolute Batman, which I have read a couple of issues already and is fucking good. So, there are a lot of good things. I have reviewed a lot of great films, not only comics and books. So, not to be repeating myself, absolutely not blaming the influencers. I just can't grasp one thing. I can't understand it. Why would anyone in the bloody world still, at the end almost, it's the end of October, the end of 2025, why would you still talk about culture war? Why would you still follow pop culture influencers? Why would you still cry about things? Why would you still watch these videos and 6-hour long live streams every single day? Because you are insecure in your life. You hate a lot of things. I think it's just my theory that you hate yourselves, or you hate your own lives to that extent that you need to ventilate, you need to project your hate in other things away from you, because I see no other reason than that you are absolutely dissatisfied with your own life. Or no, nothing else. I really can't think of anything else. Just retards. So, I will keep enjoying things. I will keep reviewing things when I have time. It's usually 8 minutes at the end of my day. And live life that I'm actually quite satisfied with. Yeah, so let me know in the comments down below what you think, and there will be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.